The top story on Newsday, the Prime Minister has again warned Qantas it needs to get its house in order. This comes as the ailing airline has refused to confirm that it's preparing to slash up to 5,000 jobs. The company has been in talks with the government over changing the Sale Act and a possible debt guarantee. Let's get more from Sky News political reporter Laura Jays in Canberra. Well, pretty much most of the focus today is on Qantas and this announcement come Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. This is a half-yearly results where Qantas is fully expected to confirm these job losses. We don't know whether it will be around the 5,000 mark, but there's been reports over the last few weeks anywhere from 2,000 to 6,000, so perhaps it's somewhere in the middle. There's also reports that Qantas is looking to sell off its assets, particularly in Melbourne. But either way, Alan Joyce has said that he will be making $2 billion worth of savings, and that perhaps is Qantas getting its house in order. Now, it has looked to the government for support here. They've been in with the government for a number of months now. There's really two options available: a government debt guarantee or changing the Qantas Sale Act. Now, the Sale Act, the Transport Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister Warren Truss this morning confirmed that the government is looking at legislation. But Tony Abbott didn't want to give it away too much when he spoke to reporters at Parliament House this morning.
Various people inside the government and inside the ministry have been in discussions with Qantas since late last year. We accept that Qantas are facing a tough and very competitive market. We accept that Qantas do have to compete with a ball and chain provided by the Qantas Sale Act. But in the end, Qantas do have to get their own house in order.
If the Qantas Sale Act is to change, it requires legislation through both houses of Parliament, and this is not something that is palatable at the moment, particularly for the Labor Party and the unions.
Clearly Qantas has got very difficult issues to face. Labor waits with great interest what the government will do. We do note, however, that they've said that they are going to amend the Qantas Sale Act, which will allow potentially foreign governments to buy the airline. 8 out of the 10 top airlines in the world are owned by foreign governments. Labor doesn't see why Australia should hand away a national icon to a foreign government. In addition, the Sales Act guarantees or requires jobs be kept in Australia.
Well, what Qantas has quite clearly been doing, along with Warren Truss, what Alan Joyce and the federal government's been doing, is raising the issue of the Qantas Sale Act being auctioned off to overseas interests. They won't be satisfied until we have Aeroflot with a kangaroo on its tail. But we're calling on a grand compact with Qantas. Work with your workforce.